All right, y'all. Now I just want to get in the hands-on portion real quick. The way it works is that you go inside your class and they give you course materials to download. You get the instructions, which is a PDF, and also they give you an ISO file. This is the virtual disk I was telling you about. What you want to do is you want to right click it and you click mount. Mount is going to show you the exact files inside the virtual disk. You click open, cool, and this should pop up, You have your desktop, which is the Rancher, because they configure it already. And also you have your exercises. In these exercises folders is just going to show you exactly all the labs you're going to be doing. Well, to start it, what you want to do is you want to double click Rancher desktop setup, and it's self-explanatory. You hit next and all that and finish, and that part is pretty good. And then once you set that up, you'll pretty much have your Rancher desktop, which is right up here on the left. Fast forward that. I'm gonna highlight that. Have your containers. Cool. Another thing I want to add too is that once you do this, one thing that you do have to do is you have to configure something called WSL. It stands for Windows Subsystem for Linux. And the reason why this is so important is because there's going to be Linux packages or files within this class that when you deploy these containers, your Windows system has to have a way to actually read it. If you don't have the Windows Subsystem for Linux, it's not going to read it correctly. Now moving on, once that's done, you also have to, within this ISO file, there's an exercise folder. You want to put it somewhere where you know it's visible. So for my case, I put it on my desktop. This part is important because this is where you configure your WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux, and also help deploy your containers. What you want to do is click the Windows key and then type CMD, which is command prompt, run as admin. Select yes. Before you even do that, for your script to work, you have to, I repeat, you have to, every time something is properly installed, you need to reboot your computer. That is very important, just to make sure everything runs smoothly. Now, one thing I wanted to explain to you is you have to install WSL like I talked about. You type WSL -- install. To make sure that everything runs smoothly, one thing you have to do is you have to update WSL, which is Windows Subsystem for Linux. You just type WSL --update. See, and then it shows you here, the most recent version of Windows Subsystem for Linux is already installed. I already have it installed, of course it's going to do that, but for you, if you don't have it installed, it'll load up for you. And to see if you have it, you can even go to your Windows key and just type WSL. And here's this little penguin right here, this little Linux penguin. Now this part is really important because you want to make sure that when you're deploying your containers, that everything is configured properly from this ISO file from up here that I extracted. And also you have the exercise folder as well. What you want to do is once you mount this actual ISO file, you want to be able to extract that folder, the exercise folder, and you put it on your desktop. That's going to help you out as far as navigating to it easily every time you do another lab for your class. Okay, cool. Now we got that out the way. I'm going to show you how to do it through the command prompt. So you hit the Windows key, you type CMD for command prompt, and you want to run as admin. So you get that access that you need, select yes, go to command prompt, and what you're looking for is that file that was on your desktop. You're looking for the exercise folder, and this is important. I'm gonna show you why. So I'm going to CD out of this, and I just wanted to get to the C drive, and what I want to do now is CD By the way, cd dot dot 2 periods, cd 2 periods means go to the previous directory. CD means change directory. So now we're going forward. So change directory to users. Cool. Users, CD James, which is me. Cool, we in there. And then now I want to change directory to desktop because that's where it's located. Hit dir to make sure. And you see right here, we have the exercise folder right here. Now we have the exercise folder and you want to change directory to that. Now you're in there. One command that you need to do to ensure that this is up and running is docker compose up, because what it's going to do is take those files and make sure, and this is the script, because it's a script inside the exercise file that's going to help you boot your containers up, and it's an automated script. If you don't do that, it's not going to work. So you want to do docker compose up. And now everything should be running smoothly. Cool. That's all running up. And then now, when you go to your actual browser, you should be able to successfully go inside your Jupyter notebook. And that's pretty much how you do it.